can be difficult fixing to a wall that has been lined with insulation. Quite a few people have asked me recently how to fix to a wall that has insulation between the plasterboard and the actual wall itself. So this can be a real problem because you can't get a good fixing through the actual insulation. So then I came up with this idea to use a space plug. These are used extensively by kitchen fitters, etc. And there is a guy in my forum, Rob from Colour Republic, who uses these quite a lot on kitchen installations and also on bathroom installations. So I do have to thank him because I have watched quite a few posts of him using these, and that is probably what led me to the idea of using these for this application. So the problem is, if you put a screw through that insulation, you can't get a good fixing because it will start to damage the plasterboard and it will also pull the insulation in. This is just an example block. You would not normally get Jablite insulation in between the plasterboard and the block. It would normally be Celotex or something similar like that. So I've rigged this up purely to demonstrate how to use the space plugs in this application. So I'm going to put whatever I'm fixing onto the plasterboard, and we're just using this piece of wood in this example. And then I'm going to spot through the first hole. And now I'm going to take a 30mm hole saw, which is the exact correct size for the space plug. And I'm just going to drill a hole until I reach the masonry. So I'm going to cut out the insulation and the plasterboard. So you can see that we've got a clean hole, and we've also got a mark in the centre there where we need to drill for the wall plug. So I'm now going to take the drill bit, put that in the hole until it reaches the masonry, and then I'm going to take the plug, and I'm going to take some insulation tape and put that on there, and then we know that we're drilling to the correct depth. I'm going to ensure that that is centred into the pilot hole that we've already drilled before drilling the hole to the correct depth. And then I'm just going to clean out some of the dust. Obviously if you've got a vacuum cleaner will be ideal for cleaning that out. I'm now going to take the plug and I'll just push that in. I'm not actually screwing that in so we can remove it. This is just to get the plug in the masonry. And then we can insert the space plug. It's actually sticking out a bit, so we'll just wind it in a bit so that it is flush with the surface. So that is now perfectly flush. We can now take the material that we're fixing, place the screw through it, put that straight through the centre of the space plug until it touches the plug in the material behind, and then we can tighten that up. So we can then level that up before spotting through the next fixing hole. So that is a really good way of fixing to a wall that has insulation in between the plasterboard and the external blocks of the wall.